welcome. I'm stand-up comedian Jamie Grant, and this is Jamie Grant Explains, your chance to ask the most absurd questions that you don't know who to ask those questions to. When all else fails, who do you ask? You ask me, Jamie G. Today we will be talking about strip clubs, the Shaky Shaky, the Dollar Store, the Money Tree, the Hoe House. You know what I'm talking about. The Purple Church, damn it. The Memphis City strip clubs, to be completely honest. I worked in the shake joints for off and on for 13 years, caught a couple charges, so I'd say that I'm definitely certified in the hood. And for today, because it is strip club day, I figure it's all important to wear my bulletproof vest, because you definitely don't want to go into a strip club without one. Them bitches are crazy. So let's get right into it today. My first question comes from a decent friend of mine who lives out on the coast, the West Coast that is, Mr. Buckney Courtney. He says, Jamie, with your professional experience, can you judge Miss USA's stripper pics and tell us just how much time she spent on the stage on a pole? Well, Bucky, Rima Fakih has not spent a lot of time on a pole or a stage for that matter. I believe that the pictures that were taken were a one-time affair. How do I know, you ask? Simple. Simple. She tripped in heels. Professional bitches don't trip in heels. Especially not a 6-inch pump or anything. I mean, this hoes wear 9-inch stilettos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're jacked up. Goddamn heels bigger than her foot. And she was pretty. She didn't have any bullet wounds, no stretch marks, you know, had all her teeth. Not a stripper. Chris Bradley asks, Jamie, how many separate DNA samples were on the couches at Platinum Plus? Well, Chris, I figure since you were a connoisseur of the PNP, I'm sure that your DNA was there, along with mine and several other people's. In fact, if you could take all the preachers of Memphis and put them all together in a pot, I'm sure that all of their DNA was on the couch in the VIP, along with a few WWF wrestlers, a couple city politicians, a couple Memphis police officers, and a whole lot of crack whores. In fact, if you could take all the DNA and all the VD and sludge it all together in a big concoction, you'd come up with a chub. Do you know what a chub is? No clue? Look it up, imdb.com. Moving on along now. Rachel Crawford asks, Jamie, my cousin wants to know how much it will cost him for an all-nighter with 3 women, drinks all around all night, and a happy ending for him and his 2 homies. How much will that cost him? Could be his life. Depends on which bitches you're fucking with. You've got a different range. You've got high-end hoes and you got low-end hoes. You could come off cheap, but when your shit comes up missing, your wallet is gone, you're in jail, and you have to make that call to your old lady at 3 o'clock in the morning telling her how you just lost your pride and dignity. Good luck with that shit. Nikki Woolbright Thomas asked, Jamie, what's the most you've spent in a strip club, one night only, and what did you spend it on? Well, since I managed the place, I didn't pay for pussy. Although there was one very bad night that involved a whole lot of cocaine and me going to jail for a couple felony charges to the sum of about $200K. Yeah, it cost a lot to get this cracker out of jail. In fact, I spent about a month there. Apparently, I got lost. I don't know how the fuck you lose a white boy in 201 Poplar, but it happened. Timmy O'Hay, my boy, he asks, what possesses all those women with 40 pounds of cottage cheese in each thigh and more stretch marks than a zebra has stripes to think they are sexy enough to take off their clothes and expect us to come off $1 to see it? Hell, half the time I feel like saying, honey, I'll give you a 20 spot to cover up that Shamu gut and get the knife wound out of my face. Or bullet wound, I won't discriminate. Well, Timmy, ugly bitches need money too, because they all have coke habits, crack habits, heroin habits. Some of them have pimp habits. Yeah, I would say that the class of women in the Shaky Shaky has definitely dropped some. Definitely sign your children up for dance class. Let's start them off at a young age, 9, 10 years old. You can put them in cheerleading. By the time they're 18, 19, they're paying for their own college. Or crack. Crack. Yeah, the Memphis City strip clubs were something else. See, is what happened. Is everybody wants to know what happened to the Memphis City strip clubs? Let me explain. District Attorney, aka Reverend Bill Gibbons, completely true story, went on a personal mission to shut down all the Memphis City strip clubs. See, he tried to redefine what the Tennessee state law books were, along with the United States Constitution, and cross it with his King James Bible. Therefore, he said that a woman that takes off her clothes on stage was considered a sexual act. And since the strip club charged admission to get in, they were committing prostitution. So my question for Mr. Gibbons is like, look, if I go to the zoo and I see two monkeys fucking, can I be charged with bestiality? Hey, that's all I got for you.